Some of the characters who, for the longest times, have had the highest win rates and the most likelihood of just like, if you play this character, you will automatically win the game, have also been very often some of our least popular champions. Doesn't matter how easy it is to win a game if it's not in a way you would enjoy. For a lot of players. That's not always the case, you know, some players are just going to pursue power. So there's that. All that said, I've talked about it before, but I think it is generally a good idea that the harder to master the champions are rewarded for mastering their character. And this would be the idea that if you put 100 games on Garen and 100 games on Riven, I would argue both should be viable, so I'm not saying make Garen bad, but I would argue that if you did the same thing there and you were a really high elo player, very specifically high elo, like really, really good at the game, I would hopefully expect that Riven would have a better return than Garen. And generally we find that to be true. I'm not saying that's always true, but generally we find that if you look at like the more popular and successful characters in the higher MMRs, they tend to be, not always, but there's a lot of like high skill expression champions that tend to get you a lot of returns on investment in high MMR.